Hi, it's the 24th of May 2020. I look washed out. I haven't washed my hair because nobody really gets to see me. Um, yeah, I'm, I'm surrounded by my going through my hoard for the lotto staff. Um, Also, I've been, well, this is a bit of a rise because I can resubmit to lotto. And I have so much info, and I went through 27 pages just writing, you know, uh, my just how I chose the numbers, and I'll read some of it, but I can't read everything because then someone else can claim what I know, and perhaps they might be lucky enough to get the winnings. Okay, this is number one. Lotto, things I have to support my claim to my winning of draw 3315. Okay, then I wrote, this morning I wake up 24/5/20. Dear the lot, when considering the claim of the lotto that I won but lost, draw 3315, please consider, contrary to your boxed forms, that things in life are not always black and white. Sorry, I've been thinking a lot about different things. As my mum, my friend's mum, just read about the boy that was pushed almost off a balcony. So, these things do resonate with people in their life. Anyway, my proving of my win is in the grey area, like the grey thinking matter of our brains. So I won't write the date that I bought the ticket. On the something of January, my son and myself were moving into a new home. We were grieving for a family pet having had to be put down the day before. Son was getting over a near fatal and going through the motions, scarring PTSD of doctors' psych procedures, and we were 1 week in, 1 week out in Sydney, Brisbane, and Cairns. A cyclone was brewing. Australia Day was to come. Getting the internet, etc., put on in our new home. I was getting my eyes checked. We met with Son's skipper, who later supposedly suicided after Son's accident and dealings. It was my parents' anniversary day, and Mum was ill. I had lost a passport, the ticket, and was applying for another, having photos, going to the post office. Now these are things that Lotto don't really want to know. They like receipts or CCTV footage, but there was none of that day. I don't know if I keep going because I'm a bit upset, but I'm okay inside, so suck it up. A lot was going on. I was fretting, but moving on with life as you do. In the midst of this, my son took delight in going to second-hand shops. He grew up in a single-parent family amongst public housing tenants, and we had a lot of problem there. And I really did, because I had my car smashed about 5 times just with bricks and rocks thrown through. And this is like 3 cars I went through. And I'm not insured, and who can afford that? So anyway, and incidentally, even though this is just an aside, but even though I had voice of a female threatening to do it again, I understand the police didn't or didn't want to do anything because this person was a mental health patient. So yeah, I pity people, unfortunately, that have to live near public housing because I don't live there anymore. Okay. Also, he delighted in dive and skate mags now as one of his friends is highlighted in Thrasher and Slam, of which you could only get in two newsagents in Cairns, Earlville and DFO, both news extra stores. I'm probably just doing this for myself, but anyway, after a doctor appointment where they did a psychological test for them to refer my son to a psychologist, and prior to this, we went to Target to buy socks and Hungry Jack's for cheap coffee. I do have providence for all of this, so I do have receipts. and doctor's note, and it's recorded that my son's in the doctor at such and such a time. I believe we then went to Cairns post office to deal with my passport, and I got stamps on a post office in a post office bag. After that, we were trying to set items, get items, can't read my writing, to enable our new internet when it came. Blue cables, and we're looking at modems. We went to J Car and Big W at Earlville. The other shops we'd go to is JB Hi-Fi's, but I don't think we went that day. But that's where we finally bought the modem, or whatever it was. My son's more savvy with those things. After that journey, we may have stopped at Salvo's regularly. A solicitor, J Carr, the psychologist to make son's appointment, St Vinny's, Big W for cabling, Hungry Jack's where I got more coffee at Earlville, and then finally DFO. All along the very same road, Mulgrave Road. Where are your traffic tickets when you need them? The photo ones, because that could have helped me. At this stage, I remember I had $3 left from a purchase of socks at Target, of which a receipt has been provided. And after our coffees, I did not buy petrol. It was mainly me that had the coffee. That's how I carried on. I still remember walking out of a certain entrance, so I believe we parked near the post office, having come down from Earlville Shopping Centre. And this is page 6 already that I'm writing. So this day we went from Cairns Central, amongst other things, to Earlville, then DFO for the main reason for my son to be happy with the magazine of which his friends were in. Unfortunately, this was late in the afternoon, and the magazine the store did not have. I remember there was advertised a double dividend draw for this Wednesday. Okay, maybe I won't say too much, because if I say too much, well, anyway, I've put in things that I I have always stated, because there was no CCTV for our benefits, that in providing Providence to undergo a lie detector test, that would be what I would want, because I found that a past winner in my situation did undergo one, and the win was later proven. This was a $23.2 million win, by the way. And actually, it was this person that helped change the lotto, or the Lotteries Act, because this is when now they enable people to have their wins proven without the actual ticket. Yes, because unless you're registered, it's very easy to lose a piece of paper and they fade. I have purchased a black light to look at old receipts, and I have little buckets of old receipts that I just haven't gone through, because it's a lot of work. It's like going through 6 years of a hoard or more, because I keep everything, and trying to find the receipts and put everything together from that day. Um, yeah, I'm now getting people. I never was very socially active on Facebook. I was, but no one interacted. Now they are. Okay, I still to this day recall about fretting about our family dog Rexy that been put down just a day or so before. I believe I used my phone of with I'm trying to track if it pinged in this area. I don't think that I'm going to get any word of that, because it's been a hell of a long time. So I'll just have to contact Vodafone again. My son's number was such and such, and we have tried this also. I was also upset further as Mum was ill. I think in hospital at this time. We were 3,000 kilometres away, dealing with my son's illness and with the dog's life ending, and another member of our family being in torment because of an incident. And I had just written to a family member to finally acknowledge and apologise for the wrong done to another family member at their work, as I no longer had contact with them due to their evilness. This is page 9. If it's too boring, just stop because there's about 29 pages, 27. Um, so when I'm at the newsagent, they advertise this drawer, and I'm a pattern maker at times, and creativity is my outlet, my letting out of the fuse of pressure, if you like. Therefore, I remembered all of this sadness, and I remembered that I did play a lotto prior to this draw and did choose the numbers 41, 43, 45. So I knew I wanted to go. Anyway, I'm not going to say too much about all of this because I'm probably giving away details of the ticket. So I still have this note, and it was while my aunt was in hospital, and this guy, look, there's a very bad backstory, but my aunt was put in hospital, taken to hospital, and this guy that claimed to be her partner when he wasn't, but he did in fact claim everything of hers, falsify the will, so to speak. But we can't do anything. Um, my aunt had gone to hospital in an ambulance, and when I found out and I arrived at the hospital, both my parents were in hospital as well, in another hospital. Um, a sister came up to me, her name was Anna, and said, "It's really nice to see someone." And I said, "Wasn't there someone came in with her?" And when I questioned this guy, he was full of lies. When I said to him, because he was saying in front of the nurses' station how he loved my aunt so much, I said, "Why didn't you come to the hospital with her?" He said, "I followed the ambulance, but I had to go and have lunch with someone at her house." So that even shows that he didn't live with her. Anyway, there was no justice there, and there seems to be none in trying to prove my life. I'm just upset at the moment. I'm okay, I'm going to end here.